Hello everyone. Welcome to Inspiration, Influence, and Income. And I'm your host, Johnelle Winningham. And today we're going to be interviewing an amazing guest by the name of Tamira Johnelle. And Tamira is a new business owner. For all intents and purposes, 6 months ago, Tamira had no clue, no idea that she would be owning and running her own profitable business. Tamira actually bumped into me on Periscope about 6 months ago. And since that time, she has started to build her own profitable business and starting to migrate her way out of her job. And so Tamira is going to talk to us today about that journey. And this today is especially for those of you who have thought, I would like a business, but I don't know how to get started. It would be great for me to have a business. I want to leave my job, but I don't know where to start. And I tell you guys all the time, you start with getting help. You start with getting help. And even if you don't know what you're going to do, it's not your job to figure out what it is for you to do. That's my job. Let me do my job. I'm great at it. So, hey, Tamira, good afternoon. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hey, Coach. Hey, everyone. So my name is Tamira Johnelle. I am a wellness mentor, and my story is I went from a size 18 to a size 6 in 7 months while eating dessert every day. And I teach people the blueprint of my success to get the weight off while still eating good food and eating good desserts.
Wow,
so
that's amazing. That's amazing, Tamira. And I tell people that what I do for everybody is I help you take your dreams and your ideas and your life experience, and we turn it into a business. Tell us where you were about 6 months ago, Tamira.
Oh, wow. So I always knew that I wanted to create a business, but I had no idea how. And I actually prayed about it. And this is what happened. Because I think people think something's just going to fall in their lap. But after praying about it, I opened up Periscope, and there Coach was. And I said, wow, here is the answer to my prayers. And I just ran with it. She said that she was having a class within the next 2 weeks. I signed up for her class immediately. That was back in April. It is now almost November. I already have written a cookbook. I just released it about 2 weeks ago. I got to show you guys right here. I have a cookbook, y'all. I'm a person that was working a job and didn't believe that I could do this. I was so nervous about starting my own business, but when I started working with Coach, her blueprint works for everybody. That's the biggest thing that y'all have to know. Everybody who's out there feeling nervous, trust me, you can do it, but you have to get in class because Coach answers all of your questions in class. And I'm so excited. I'm just so excited about going to the next level.
How many copies of the cookbook have you sold? I'm just curious.
Oh my gosh. So far, I've probably sold about 80 cookbooks.
Oh my goodness. So 80 cookbooks, how much are they each?
They are $25.
Oh, okay. $25. So let's do the math. If you get to 1,000 cookbooks, if you get to 100 cookbooks at $25 each, that's $2,500. That's the money that you paid me and more back.
Yep, exactly.
Off of one product.
Yep. That's the thing. I always make the money to pay her back. And you know what? When you really want something, you will make a way. Because I said in the beginning, you know what? Let me cut on something because this can really change my life. And Coach knows I always say, you know what? I took off my hair extensions and took off the nails, and I had the money for class. And then I kept getting into her classes that cost more because I was able to afford it. You have to start at whatever level you can start on, and you get your information from there, and you just keep rising and rising and rising to the point where you can get into the top class she has.
So how many products have you created so far, Tamira?
So far in total, I've made 10 products, and I have 10 in the works. And this is just from, I can't believe it.
This is 6 months, y'all. In 6 months,
yes,
she's created 10 products. Let's just say the average product is worth $5,000 because they're worth more. She's going to sell that cookbook for the rest of her life. So we can't even talk about a lifetime of sales on one product. But let's just say each product is worth $5,000. She's already generated $50,000 worth of products and got another $50,000 in the works. And let's talk about your social media growth, because I'm a social media junkie. I have over 150,000 followers on various channels of social media. I know that in order for your products and services to have an audience, you must have an audience. So let's talk about where you were before, Coach.
Oh, okay. So I actually took a Facebook class with Coach. I remember her saying in that class, you know what? Look at your amount of friends now, and in a year, it should double. I looked at how pitiful my friends list looked. It had 549 people. I said, wow, 549 people. Across those social media, I might have had about 1,600 across social media. After I got done with Coach, within like a month's time, I had almost 12,000 people. And I'm talking about from 1,600 to 12,000 within a month. And this is from me just sitting at home. I'm not even out in the community introducing myself or anything like that. This is literally from me sitting at home. I'm so amazed, and this can happen for you guys too. I got to tell you too, my cookbook, I had people buy my cookbook in Australia and Africa. This is the first book I've ever written, and it was bought in different continents. So there's a lot of power in getting it done. But you got to believe you can get it done. I know if I can get it done, and then y'all can get it done.
Wow.
And if you trust God, you can get it done.
And that brings me to another point, Tamira. And if you guys haven't shared this with somebody else, make sure you share this broadcast with somebody else, because people need to hear this. How hard was it? I think a lot of people get tripped up on, it's going to be hard, I'm going to make mistakes. And everybody's going to make mistakes. That's just part of the game. But how hard was this whole process, Tamira?
It was very simple. And I'm going to tell you, when I first started, I said, everybody seems like they know something about business and I don't. But she's doing a step-by-step plan. And it was very simple, not hard at all. Once you follow the blueprint that she has available, it's very simple for anybody. And the best thing about it is she's in class to answer your questions. That is the biggest thing about it, because there are people out there offering stuff where you have to just sit there and read online, and that is so boring. I want to get my questions answered, and I don't want to send an assistant an email waiting for a response. You get your questions answered every week in class, and it's very easy. This is a must.
I'm going to tell you guys, I do break it down. One of the things, the biggest problem we have in class is you guys. And one of my clients, Falasha, they said, increasing bank accounts and changing lives. That's what I do. This is my mission. More than I do this as a job, it is my mission to empower you to use what's in your hands to change the reflection in your bank account. And all you have to do is have the faith to invest up front. But the thing about it is number one, it's tax deductible. So it's not even a risk. It's just you saying, I want something different in my life. And you doing what is required to invest the $77 a week or $99 a week in order to get the info. So for those of you who are interested in learning more about the class, learning more about me, you can go to bit.ly/black code. That's BLAQ, which stands for Build, Launch, and Quit. And that's exactly what we do. We build products and services. We build your social media following. We build profit plans and marketing plans. And you have to launch. You have to get your stuff out there. There's so many of you who have ideas in notebooks. You have notebooks and notebooks full of ideas and books and this and that. But it's not serving you because you haven't executed it. And that's what I am. If I'm anything, I am strategy, and I'm a master executionist. And I don't just say do it, I do it myself. But yeah, that's amazing. So you went from, I want a business, but I don't know where to start. And for all of you who keep saying you don't know where to start until you do something different, you're not going to know where to start. It's not going to just jump on you like osmosis. It's not going to creep into your mind in the middle of the night. You just don't know what you don't know. Tamira, talk about how much stuff you've learned in 6 months.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I didn't even realize that I would be able to create a product. I was very nervous about that. And in class, coach makes it so simple. And then you're amongst other people who are out there getting it done, and you feel like you have no choice but to get it done. And I had no clue about business and made a few thousand my first month. I'm a real person,
few
y'all.
thousand.
I get paid. That's my first month with my own product. And that's another thing, too. I think sometimes we overthink so hard that we feel like we have to come out with some intricate product to create this amazing rocket launch business. And you don't realize that it's already in you. Coach makes you realize that you already have something great that you're doing right now, and she brings it out of you, and you end up getting paid for it. I'm telling you, it's already there. You don't even have to look. I'm serious.
If it all boils down to, you got to believe in yourself enough to give yourself a chance. If you're tired of being at a job, because Tamira still works her job, but it's not forever now.
Yeah,
and
I'll
she
believe it soon.
she knows that now. People always talk about exit strategies. Your exit strategy is, I make enough money to quit this job. That's all an exit strategy is. There's no complicated formula. There's no hypotenuse. An exit strategy is simply, I make enough money doing what I do to be able to quit my job. That's an exit strategy. That's it. And so Tamira now has an exit strategy to leave her job. She continues to create products and services. I teach you how to launch them. You're going to learn more about business, more about putting products and services out there, more about social media, more about yourself than you probably have at any point in your life. This is like school times 10. College on steroids.
Can I say something, Coach?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The biggest thing for me is that I'm sitting on my couch making money. I'm just sitting on my couch, I'm sleeping, and my PayPal is going off. And sometimes, I'm at my job, my PayPal is going off. And I'm amazed that these things are happening just from me sitting still. And the best thing is that I can be on vacation and I can just conduct one of my classes, just go into my hotel room and open up my laptop and have class and sit there and make more money. You don't even have to do all the stuff that you think that you have to do.
You don't.
I thought that when I started, because my thing is food, so I wanted to start off with meal prepping for other people. And that's cool and everything like that. But meal prepping is just something I can do locally and just help one client at a time. So your money is limited. When Coach told me to get a book out, like I said, my book is in Australia and Africa. I can teach my classes to people who are in Australia, Africa, and all over the world. So she took my little couple of $1,000 idea to really a 7-figure idea. I want you to understand the power of, I had that little thought in my mind, but Coach took it to a whole nother level, and she took it there quick. That's why it's so important to pay people who are experts at what they do. I already have a team working for me. I can't believe it sometimes.
Who taught you how to create a low-cost team, Tamira? That's another thing. I advocate you having a low-cost team. And I teach my clients how to create a team on a budget. You got to have one. It is what makes you move like millionaires move. Millionaires don't move solo by themselves. Millionaires move with teams in flocks. And I don't care who you are, and especially if you still got a job. Who's working your business while you're at work? If you have a team, if you don't have a team, the answer to that is no one. And in order for your business to free you, your business has to move 24/24. And so there's so many things, guys, that you don't know that you don't know. And when I say invest $77 a week or invest $99 a week for 12 weeks, for you to act like you have to move mountains to come up with a life-changing $99, when I've seen women materialize $250 for Jordans or hair or prom or homecoming, you do it for everybody else. Do it for yourself. bit.ly/BLAQ, Black Code. This is about building, launching, and quitting. And the amazing thing is, once I teach you how to build and launch, you know it for the rest of your life.
Yep.
How many ideas do you have to launch in the future, Tamira?
Countless. I can't even put a number on that, actually, because now I'm doing what I love to do. So it's a countless amount of things that I'm going to come up with. I mean, people give me ideas of what they want, so those are more ideas.
And your coach teaches you how to look for those ideas.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. I'm telling y'all better get in this. And the community is amazing too. That's another thing. You want to get that support, because of those of you who feel like you are great at something, but you're not getting the support, in this community, you will get the support.
We've heard that all day. That is the one thing that people really say, you know, this community is amazing. You get the support. I don't know why anybody would ever leave this community. If it just took me $25 a week, $77 a week to stay just in touch with this community, I would stay in touch with this community, because you can see the hundreds, if not thousands of people who you connect with just by being a part of this community. It is tax deductible. We as women have got to learn to build off the backs of the government. The government has built this country off the backs of us. And the name of the class is the Black Code. And it's not just for women, that's my market. I have men in every class, but my market is my market. You either want to learn or you don't. So if you really want this, it ain't gonna matter if it's 500 women in the class. Mr. Fortune comes to class.
Yeah.
It's so many men that come to class. Mr. Jeffrey comes to class. But you got to realize that me as a coach, I know that my message and my why is not going to resonate with everybody. But the business principles I teach you will help you make money, whether you black or white, man or woman, short or tall, thin or fat. Doesn't matter. If you want it, you'll come get it. bit.ly/black BLAQ code. And do me a big favor. I know you may leave this broadcast excited. Oh, I'm ready. You inbox me. Oh, I'm ready. I call you and you're like, I'll be ready in 2018. Don't do my time like that. Not only do I not talk to everybody on the phone, because I come here and I donate so many hours to encouraging you every single day consistently. When you're ready, you will go to that link and you will enroll and you will take this journey. Period. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
It works.
What questions do you guys have for Tamira? Anybody have any questions for Tamira? So a lot of people are like, well, will this work for my business idea? It will. A lot of you may say, well, what if I'm in business already? This will give you the infrastructure to better improve your business. Tamira, let them know how they can get in touch with you.
You can contact me on all social media under Tamira Johnelle. Tamira is Tamira, Johnelle, JOHNELLE. And just send me a message on Facebook. That's the best way, to be honest. And I just want to let you ladies know, too, I have a class that's coming up. It's a 16-week course, and I'm teaching you how to get the weight off, just like I did by eating desserts and eating good food every day. It's going to be, I think that's Tuesday, November 7th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also my cookbook is available at bit.ly /main dish edition. I got a Bentley link, y'all. Tons of them.
Baby, we the Bentley family, baby.
Yes.
I can tell my clients when we go out and introduce ourselves at events, my clients are going to be the ones with the Bentley links. They're going to be the ones giving the free gift. They're going to be the ones with the lead magnets. They're going to be the ones that walk away with literally everybody in the room on their mailing list. And so Roz said, I'm in business already. She just didn't have the structure that she has now. A lot of you may think you're beyond me because you're making a few dollars in your business already. It's just something so simple about the way I teach you to create products and services and events and stuff, that if you're making $50,000, I've got clients that make $250,000, $500,000 a year in the same class with beginners. So don't get it twisted. Don't think that you're beyond these basics, regardless as to what level you're at. I got clients that's already doing it, already making what I'm making. But the question is, how can we add and augment to what you're already doing to take it to the next level? That must be your beads clicking and popping.
Oh. Y'all can hear that? I think that's when I shake my head. Oh.
There's your earrings. So what do you want to tell the people in closing? Thank you, Celia. Celia said, join in no matter what. I am. Celia's already on Team Black. And, you know, Team Black is just about just time out for playing small. Time out for playing small. Time out for compromising your life. Time out for being complacent with your gifts. It's just time out. It's just time. Tamira said she's sitting at home doing it. Baby, we team homebody. We be here on the couch.
Exactly. Team on vacation and still getting paid. Y'all have to do it because it's there. I think a lot of times you are nervous and you feel like you can't get it done. Coach will show you how to get it done, and you will develop a sisterhood in this community with women that will help you get it done as well. But you have to get that blueprint of success from Coach, and like I said, you'll get your answers. Answered in class. It's important to get in class because all the answers are not going to be answered on live stream, y'all. It's not going to be answered. You got to get in class if you're really serious.
Somebody said the other night, Tamira, they said, I got an idea. Somebody in the audience said, Google it. I said, baby, if it was that easy to make $1 million off of knowledge from Google, everyone would do it.
Exactly.
At some point, the only information you're accessing on Google is the information people want you to have. Sometimes you got to pull back that curtain like on the Wizard of Oz and see what the wizard is really doing behind the scenes. You think you know what I'm doing, but it's not till you sit in the class and I explain every step of what I'm doing that makes you say, oh, okay, that makes sense. And again, for a tax deductible weekly, Ricky, you really didn't give me anything. You just said what you do, but you really didn't ask any questions. And I really don't answer questions about your business in this format because I'm already interviewing Tamira. I just wanted to let you guys know that. But when it comes down to it, you got to say to yourself that I am ready. I'm ready to do something different. I'm ready to live a different type of life. I don't have the information I need to do that. I'm going to enroll in this course. I'm going to give myself a shot. I'm going to give myself a chance. It's no risk involved. You know, you write it off on your taxes regardless. But the risk is not getting out there or taking too long. Tell them, Tamira.
You don't want to be indecisive. I mean, we're not getting any younger here. And it's an emergency. You got to go ahead and start now. We can't keep waiting.
You know, I've seen people who, they started watching me around the same time as you, Tamira. Let me tell you this story. And two different people. One started watching around the same time as Tamira. and they said, I want to sign up, but I'm not sure. I think I'll do it later. I think I'll do it in September. Keep in mind, Tamira started watching me in April. July came and their job let them go. Now keep in mind, Tamira just told you she went from zeros to making thousands. It may not have replaced a whole paycheck somebody lost, but it doesn't shoot you all the way back to zero either. Because when you lose your job, you go from 100 to zero real quick. So for you not to even have a backup plan for an industry that's so volatile, and for a culture that no longer recognizes or appreciates the loyal employee, you're stuck in the past. My grandma and granddaddy, they could do that. Because a job back then wasn't going to just let you go without notice. And, when you were older, these jobs, now the older you get, the more your job is in danger. And the more money you make. Because they can bring 3 people in, making what they pay you, and do 3 different jobs. These jobs not loyal.
No.
So I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying give yourself and your family a backup plan. So that if anything goes wrong, you're not left holding the bag. Who did I hear about the other day, Tamira, getting laid off? Oh, Tesla. Thousands of jobs. They're in peak performance. They got peak record cars to produce right now. They laying off folks. They said them folks was asking about their money and said they was working too much.
You don't want to be left in that type of position. You don't want to let that happen to yourself. Because you can do something about it.
At least have a backup plan.
Yes.
It doesn't work like it used to. So, guys, I appreciate Tamira coming by. Do you guys have any questions for Tamira? Any questions for me? Yep. Elle said, they riffed me. Reduction in force. Lee Chappelle said, my job did the same. Now they're hiring Temps. Somebody just told me, let me tell you one more story. Had a conversation with someone. They inboxed, they made it as if it was urgent for me to call them. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do something different, coach. I need to talk to you. So I didn't even filter them through my sales team. I just called them myself. They got to talking about how their job was sending jobs overseas and switching people's schedule every 6 months. It's just mandatory that she leave. By the time that conversation was over with, she was saying I'll start in 2018. And now, keep in mind, I'm not tripping other than the fact that you wasted my time. But I said to myself, Lord, I hope she had it long. Because you think you got to next year to get started. You think you got to income tax time to get started. You think you got, baby, I hope you had it long. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I just hope you have the time you think you have. And don't have to build out of the ashes. Go ahead, Tamira.
No, I was just saying, you don't have that time. That's wasted time. I look at it as if I wait another 6 months to get started with you, I've wasted 6 months. I could be 6 months along in learning and getting my business and making some money, because when I saw you, I said, look, I don't want to continue to live the way I'm living, so I need to go ahead and get started now. Literally do whatever it takes to get started now. 6 months is half a year. I don't have that type of time. You got to ask yourself, do you really want it or not? Because we are where we are because of who we are. It's a mindset. You get done what you want to get done. So you got to ask yourself, do you really want to get this done? I dread the thought of retiring from a job, y'all. And I don't apologize about that. But the thought of retiring from a job at 55 and 60 years old, and I know it ain't enough. Even being a young person, I know it's not enough. So I definitely don't want to do that, retiring at 55 or 60 years old. So you have to ask yourself, what is more important? What is a priority in your life? So
I got 3 years left. Like I said. I got 3 years left. Yeah. And one thing Tamira told me, because my retirement date is 11/20/20, and I'm not even going to tell you what the forecast for my portfolio is going to be by that time. But I'm leaving. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm shifting industries. So for all intents and purposes, I'm retiring. And Brittany, we talked about that. What if you don't know what product to build a business? I teach you that. We come up with it. You don't have to know anything when you... She tell them, Tamira.
I didn't know either. I had no clue. Okay? Nothing about business. Nothing. I don't understand if y'all really... I knew nothing about business. I just said, okay, this is about to work. I'm going to do whatever she says do, because I can already tell by looking at her in the live stream video. That's another thing. Sometimes people need too much convincing. You can already tell by looking at the video that she knows what she's doing. What's it going to hurt to just go ahead and take a chance? You see all these other people who have been successful. So now it's up to you to make a move.
And I said it all the time, Samira.
I knew nothing.
If they really want to make a move, they will make a move. They will make a move. Everybody starts them somewhere. You're a mess, Samira.
Yes, oh my God.
Everybody starts from somewhere. The program I have starting is called the Black Code, bit.ly/BLAQ code. It stands for build, launch, and quit. Build, launch, and quit. This is where we get started. This is where we start, okay? And you'll find that once you start, you'll never, ever, ever want to stop. Don't overthink it. It's just not as hard as you think it is. The hardest thing is going to be to get out of your way, go to that website, sign up, commit to finish something this year. This year is almost over with. Some of you started this year and you said, oh, I'm going to do this year and I'm going to do that this year. And you didn't. There's still time. One class starts on November 9th. The $99 class starts November 9th. The $77 class meets on Saturday mornings. The difference between the two classes is how much I show up. So if you can invest in the $99 class, do it. I created the black light because there were so many people last time that said, I just can't make the stretch to 99. And so I said, well, okay, I'll come and answer your questions once a month in the black light. And they did an amazing job this time because they had to have it. But with the Black Code, I show up for a live presentation every week. I show up for live Q&A every week. And I promise you guys something. If you think you're going to go somewhere and order a bunch of videos and really, really generate some revenue, and these people that tell you you're going to make $1 million a day and you're just starting out, guys, you have to use a filter with that. Just because it sounds good don't mean it is good. It's $99 a week for 12 weeks. It's weekly. $77 a week is one class. 77 down and 77 a week, and the other is 99 down and 99 a week. We just told you that, let's just do the math, that Tamira just sold 80 cookbooks at $25 each. Only one of the 10. Carisha said, Coach, you still over-delivered in the black light. She's one of my black light clients. And you know I look, that's because I love y'all. That's because I love you. You know Coach love you. So if Tamira sold 80 cookbooks so far, and she sold a majority of those in pre-release, at $25, she's already made $2,000. She's already made the money she spent back with me, period. A powerhouse, Cassandra, tell them, do the math. I'll have one conversation with you and I'll shift your earnings from a $2,000 idea to a $20,000 or a $30,000 idea. Guys, if you're ready for the next level, hey Liz, if you're ready for the next level, it's here. And if you're not, you're not. And it's okay. I promise it's okay. I pray that God continues to send me people who are ready, who are ready to take a chance on themselves, who are ready to do what it takes to position themselves for the next level, who's ready to get a real return on their investment. That was just one of the 10 products. And look, Cassandra said, let her shift you. This is your life. That's just one of the 10 products. And she got her money back. We don't even have to do the calculator on the rest of the products that she has now and the potential to create later. So the social media following, she's grown alone from how many people do you have following you on social media, Tamira?
Almost 12,000, and that was 1 month, from 1,600 to 12,000.
From 1,600 people, and this is a numbers game, guys. The numbers game. The first 50 people, Felicia, get a one-on-one with me. The first 50 people that sign up, and we're halfway to the finish line, get a one-on-one with me. Typically, you don't get a one-on-one consultation with my classes because you don't need them. Every week when we do class, it's like a one-on-one. You trust me, you can't hide in the dark. I'm going to ask you for your updates. I'm going to remember every question that you ever asked me. Please don't ask me a question next week that you asked me last week, because that's avoidance. And I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember what you asked me, what you had on when you asked me. So typically you don't get a one-on-one consultation, but you do. With this launch, the first 50 people, you can't hide in my classes. You get it as a bonus. And so and you get a lot of other bonuses, including the opportunity to go on tour with me. So it's an amazing class. Trust and believe. I try my best not to put trash out there. I try my best. And folks say, hey, you changed my life. I watch you on live stream. You ain't seen nothing until you come behind that curtain. You got to believe in yourself enough to give yourself a shot. You do. It changes everything. And you'll remember the day your life changes. And I'm going to continue these, I'm going to continue these conversations with my clients. Somebody asked, does this work with MLM? Yes and no. MLM is it's somebody else's product. It's somebody else's idea. It's somebody else's business. And you get out there and you do all that work to brand them and market them, and you still only come away with half. So if you must do MLM, you have to brand yourself. And that's what I teach people to do. I teach you to brand yourself, create your own products and services so you get 100%. And then if you just so happen to sell some MLM products, great. But I had a consultation with an MLM person last night who claimed they were ready to go. And when I asked them how much money they were making, because that's all that it boils down to, guys. You guys are out there serving the world and not making any money. And if you're not making any money, you can't serve yourself. And when I asked her how much money she was making, she said $200. I said, $200 a week? That's a good start. She said, no, $200 a month. And half of that has to go back to the MLM company. And you're twisted as to whether you want to sign up for this class or not. You just wanted to talk to me. You weren't serious. Guys, I'm on a mission to free as many people from corporate America as possible, from being broke as possible. But you got to want to be free. I can't want your freedom. I can't want this lifestyle. I can't want your bank accounts to look different more than you want it. Tamira, what you think?
That's the truth. You got to want it for yourself. And if you want it for yourself, you will get it done. Because, I don't know how much more convincing you need. Like I told you, I knew absolutely nothing. I got to laugh at how clueless I was. But, I don't want to say it's like the, coaching for, those books, Coaching for Dummies. So I felt. But like I said, once Coach put it out there, it's very simple for me now. It's very simple. And I don't get caught up in if I make any mistakes. All I do is learn from my mistakes and keep it on moving. And you can do it too.
I think that's the whole overarching theme is that you can do it too. You can do it too. I'm excited for you. It's a ton of bonuses for those of you who sign up early, including free inclusion in the 100K Vision Board Party that I'm throwing this Sunday at 7 p.m. Guys, come off the sidelines. Stop watching me. Some of you watch me every day in secret, hoping I don't call your names or I don't notice you're here. You can't change your life like that. And one thing Tamira told me. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Tamira.
Okay. So you ain't gonna forget. But so because I see some people that follow my page on Facebook up here too. So I want to let y'all know, because you see me in my videos, I'm very confident about what I do, and it's easy for me to execute. But a lot of this came from being in Coach's class, because I was on social media and live streaming 2 years ago. That's what I want to tell y'all. Everybody thinks that, oh my gosh, you just came out killing it. I was on live stream 2 years ago. It wasn't working. I needed a blueprint. And when I saw Coach, I said, wow, she knows what she's doing. I don't want to sit there and keep trying to think of something that is not my field of expertise. That's why I said, let me go ahead and get in class and do what I do best and learn from Coach from what she does the best. Because there's too many people trying to learn everybody's field of expertise. When you go ahead and you pay people for what they do, you get a better use of your time by creating and doing what you do. And you're going to continue to grow, and you're going to be able to say, if now you feel like, oh, I can afford her a $77 class. Once you get into that, it won't be too long where you can get into the $99 one. And she got one a little higher than that one too, and you'll be able to afford that one too.
You know, so, and something you said earlier, Tamira, before, because I talked to Tamira on the phone when I asked her was she ready, and she said, yeah, I'm ready, Coach. She said, Coach, I'm going to tell these people they better get in while they can afford you. And everybody has a point where they had an opportunity to work with Oprah and they chose not to. And coming up in her lifetime, there were stations, there were movie... Go ahead, Tamira.
I'm sorry. When I saw your prices, I said, let me get on now, because these prices going to go up. Because I don't even know, because even at this point, you can charge a lot more than this.
I know.
So I said, there's going to come a point where she's going to charge more, and I'm not going to get left behind and now paying the higher prices, which I still would. But why not just go ahead now while the price is the price?
You know, so, Tamira, over the years, my prices have doubled, tripled, quadrupled. And even now, I try to leave something available that's affordable for people to work with. Some of you that don't know the coaching industry, you don't know that there are other coaches that charge 4 times as much, and you're going to learn 4 times less. I do this because this is my mission. It's my mission. And so I'm serious about it. Every time I get frustrated because you guys don't get it, you get a price increase. Oh, you don't get it? Let me raise these prices then. So Tamira's absolutely right. You have to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime within the lifetime of that opportunity. Don't get left behind. Don't get left behind in the community. Don't get left behind in the knowledge. Don't get left behind with your family. You've had ample opportunities to move forward. You have to do what you have to do sometimes. And that's the truth. I want to thank you, Tamira. I'm going to be on a different podcast being interviewed today at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm going to stream live so you guys can see me being interviewed. So let me go get this face done. And guys, for all of you tuning in on my brand new podcast, Inspiration, Influence, and Income, Tamira has been an amazing example of how she's using what she's inspiring the world to do. Eat a little healthier. To not only improve her influence, but gain her income. I tell you, when you put it all together, the formula works. Inspiration plus influence. definitely brings you income. Love you guys. See you later. You guys have an amazing day.
Too, Coach.
Thank you, Tamira.